I'm Pam Terrell. Welcome to my kitchen. Today I want to show you a recipe to make a simple hummus out of my cookbook called Whole 4 Meals. And it's on page 19 in case you want to follow along. What I use for this recipe is a food processor. I've seen it done also in a Vitamix, but I just tend to use a food processor. It works very well for me. Start with a can of organic chickpeas, and we have drained these. So add those to the Vitamix. Hold on to the water for now. We might use that in a little bit. The next ingredient calls for tahini. I do use organic tahini, and that is basically just sesame seeds. So we add the tahini. So we're basically going to add all the ingredients to the food processor and then process it. We're going to use lemon juice, cumin, paprika, and by the way, I will post this recipe below the video when I'm done so that you will be able to make it yourself in case you don't own a copy of the book, which is available on Amazon, by the way. Okay, after the paprika, we want to add olive oil. It's actually 2 tablespoons of olive oil. And I like to get it all out, so I always use my spatula. And then we're going to add a pinch of garlic powder. You could use fresh garlic if you choose. I'm making it the easy, quick way. And then a pinch of sea salt. And I do use the pink Himalayan sea salt. And then the only thing really left for the recipe is water. And you can either use the water or the liquid from the chickpeas, which is actually called aqua something like that. So whichever you choose. But it calls for 2 to 2 tablespoons of water, and it depends on what consistency you like it at. I'm going to start with 2 filtered, clean water. Put the lid on the Vitamix, and then it's gonna get loud for a minute. Hold your ears. As it starts to blend, I always take the lid off frequently and just mix it in from the sides because I don't want any more liquid in here than I need because I don't want to dilute the flavors, honestly. So I try to get as much as possible without adding more liquid. Gotta get loud again. So at some point, it kind of stops moving, and it's not going to move anymore without more liquid. So it's pretty thick right now. So I would add another 2 tablespoons of water. I'm going to do that while it's moving. So I take the lid off. And you can see how quickly it starts moving again. Oh, that's close. Beautiful. Okay, so one more scrape of the sides, and you can see what a difference that made in the consistency in it. So it's now pretty good and thick. I just want it to be a little bit creamier. So I'm going to run this for 30 seconds, a minute, however long it takes to really make it nice and creamy. I will say this would happen quicker in a Vitamix, but I also think everybody doesn't have a Vitamix, so got to use what you've got. Okay, so now it's ready. I usually use an ice cream scoop depending on what size, if I'm serving it with something. So I will scoop some out in this beautiful bowl that my husband brought me back from Japan. It's beautiful. Beautiful. Perfect consistency. So I will link below any items that I used. And if you want to subscribe to my channel, please feel free to do that also. And I have a little spiritual message of the day. And that is, my lesson today was to really be present and to stay in the moment. And I get this lesson a lot. It's not just a one-day thing. But today I wasn't sure what I was going to make for lunch, and I wasn't sure what video I was going to record. So I saw a question from a friend of mine, thank you Betsy, about hummus. And I realized, oh gosh, I have a hummus recipe in the book. Maybe I'll do that one today. So I got to show you a recipe out of my Whole 4 Meals book and show you how easy it is to make delicious hummus so you don't have to buy it all the time. Okay, great. Now, get on out there and you have my permission to play with some food. Thank you.